Today, we're counting down the top 10 most evil film characters ever put to screen. No masks, no redemption, just pure villainy. 1. Alex DeLarge, A Clockwork Orange, 1971.
He's enterprising, aggressive, young, bold, vicious.
Malcolm McDowell's portrayal of Alex DeLarge in Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange is the definition of a sociopath. Alex is a sadistic gang leader who takes pleasure in violence, sexual assault, and chaos. What makes Alex even more frightening is his lack of remorse. He commits horrifying acts with glee, all while reveling in classical music. The film is a disturbing exploration of human evil, and Alex is a villain who seems to lack any human empathy or moral compass. His sheer enjoyment of causing pain and destruction cements him as one of the most evil characters in cinema. 2. Nurse Ratched, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975.
The meeting was adjourned and the vote was closed.
The vote was 10-8. The chief, he's got his hand up, look.
Nurse Ratched, played by Louise Fletcher, is one of cinema's most subtly evil characters. As the head nurse in a mental institution, she uses her authority to manipulate, demean, and crush the spirits of the patients under her care. Her cruelty is psychological, not physical, but it's no less terrifying. Ratched embodies institutional evil, thriving on control and order at the expense of human dignity. Her remorseless desire to maintain power leads to the tragic lobotomy of the film's protagonist, Randall McMurphy, making her a villain who will be remembered for her cold and calculated cruelty.
Mr. Washington, put Billy in Dr. Spivey's office.
Third Dr. Christian Sell, Marathon Man, 1976.
I'm disappointed in your silence.
Why do you have a little accent?
Laurence Olivier's portrayal of Dr. Christian Sell in Marathon Man is chillingly evil. A Nazi war criminal, Sell has been hiding for years and is discovered while trying to retrieve hidden diamonds. Known as the White Angel for his brutal experiments in the concentration camps, Sell continues his sadistic tendencies into the present. His most iconic scene, repeatedly asking, "Is it safe?" while torturing his victim with dental tools, perfectly encapsulates his sadistic and remorseless nature. Sell's cold precision, his complete lack of empathy, and his cruel methods make him one of cinema's most terrifying villains.
I'm positive your brother meant to rob me when I left the bank.
4. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Your eyes, Otis. Look at the world. It's either you.
Michael Rooker's portrayal of Henry. In Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer is an unflinching look at a man with no moral compass or empathy. Based loosely on real-life serial killer Henry Lee Lucas, Henry is a drifter who kills without remorse. What makes Henry so terrifying is how normal he appears. He isn't the typical deranged psychopath. He's disturbingly calm and detached as he murders innocent people. The film's gritty realism, coupled with Henry's complete lack of guilt or pleasure in his killings, paints him as one of the most unsettlingly evil characters in cinema.
What?
Did you really kill your mama?
5. Max Cady, Cape Fear, 1991.
Free as a bird, apparently. You go everywhere you want with whomever. That much freedom could maybe get a felon into trouble. What do you think?
Robert De Niro's Max Cady in Cape Fear is one of the most terrifying stalkers ever put to screen. Cady, a convicted rapist, is released from prison after 14 years and seeks revenge on the lawyer who failed to keep him out of jail. Cady doesn't just want to kill his former lawyer, though. He wants to mentally and physically destroy his entire family. De Niro's portrayal of Cady is intense, with his twisted interpretation of justice and utter lack of remorse for his past crimes. His psychological torment of the family makes him one of the most disturbing villains in cinema.
You're gonna get to know me a lot better, too.
6. Eamon Gurth, Schindler's List, 1993. Few characters are as horrifyingly evil as Eamon Gurth. The Nazi commandant played chillingly by Ralph Fiennes in Schindler's List. Based on a real person, Garth's sadistic cruelty is shown in full force as he commands a concentration camp with a casual, almost indifferent attitude toward the suffering he inflicts. His random executions, especially the infamous scene where he shoots Jewish prisoners from his balcony for sport, make him one of cinema's most cold-hearted villains. Garth's complete lack of empathy or guilt for his crimes cements him as one of the most evil characters ever depicted on film.
When you work closely with them like I do, you see this. They have this power. It's like a virus. Some of my men are infected with this.
7. Patrick Bateman, American Psycho, 2000.
Just joking. No, don't tip the owner of the salon. Okay, John?
Christian Bale's portrayal of Patrick Bateman in American Psycho is a chilling look at the emptiness and cruelty of a man living behind a mask of wealth and success. Bateman is a wealthy investment banker who hides his homicidal tendencies behind his charm and outwardly perfect life. His random, sadistic killings are brutal and senseless, and what's most disturbing is how detached he is from reality. Bateman's complete lack of empathy, his obsession with image, and his nihilistic worldview make him one of cinema's most terrifying characters. He kills not for any real reason, but because he simply can.
There is an idea of a Patrick Bateman, some kind of abstraction.
8. Anton Chigurh, No Country for Old Men, 2007.
I know something better.
What's that?
I know what it's going to be.
Javier Bardem's portrayal of Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men is the embodiment of pure evil. Chigurh is an unstoppable force, devoid of emotion, hunting down his targets with chilling precision. His weapon of choice, a cattle gun, makes his murders disturbingly methodical. What makes Chigurh so terrifying is his unflinching belief in fate, leaving the lives of his victims up to the flip of a coin. He shows no remorse, no pity, and no hesitation. His cold, calculating nature, coupled with his eerie moral code, makes Anton Chigurh one of the most haunting villains in film history. 9. Colonel Hans Landa, Inglourious Basterds, 2009.
No.
Christoph Waltz's portrayal of Colonel Hans Landa, also known as the Jew Hunter, in Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds, is a masterclass in villainy. Landa is a charming, intelligent, and multilingual Nazi officer who takes great pleasure in tracking down and exterminating Jewish people. His evil isn't just in his actions, but in his delightfully polite demeanor while committing heinous acts. He's manipulative, sadistic, and thoroughly enjoys the power he holds over his victims. Waltz's performance earned him an Academy Award, and Landa remains one of the most uniquely evil characters in film. 10. Calvin Candie, Django Unchained, 2012.
Palms flat on that tabletop! If you lift those palms off that turtle shell tabletop!
Leonardo DiCaprio's portrayal of Calvin Candie in Django Unchained is one of the most chilling representations of human evil. Candie is a wealthy plantation owner who thrives on the brutal exploitation and torture of enslaved people. His sadistic pleasure in orchestrating fights to the death for entertainment and his grotesque belief in racial superiority make him a vile, despicable villain. DiCaprio's performance is filled with chilling energy, especially in the infamous dinner scene where he famously cut his hand in real life and stayed in character. Even Quentin Tarantino himself said in an interview, "Candie is the only character I've ever written that I didn't like. I hated Candie, and I normally like my villains no matter how bad they are." That quote shows just how utterly detestable this character is. And there you have it, 10 of the most evil characters to ever grace the silver screen. These are characters who have no sense of morality, no remorse, and no redemption. Their actions leave an unforgettable mark on audiences, reminding us just how dark human nature can get. Do you agree with our list? Which character do you think is the most evil? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into film history and the world's most unforgettable villains. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.